So, as some of you who have been following my channel might know, I'm trying to segue my content into more deeper philosophical content. The reason that I'm scared to sort of dive into the deep end of the pool right away is that I feel that if I start with the heavy hitting content now, I won't have that base yet, so my videos will fall on deaf ears. I'd like to sort of start with small, topics that can lead into those larger ones. So I have a base and a community that understands what I'd like to talk about and that will actually hear my videos and ponder about them. So I'd start out with I think I want to start out with a simple topic that not everyone that, it's not really exclusive to philosophers. And I think that's the topic of love. Love, what love is. Even Joseph Pieper says what it means to philosophize. There's 5 things that shock from the banality and normalness of life, those being art, religion, philosophy, death, and love. But I just wanted to talk about love, and I wanted to talk about what true love feels like. My credentials on this is that I am, a philosopher of the highest level of reasoning and that there is. So I feel that I live a life that chases after knowledge, not greed or honor. But I've experienced all 3, so with the relevant knowledge and experience that I have, I can confidently say that the life of knowledge is the best one to live, and that comes out of Plato's Republic. If you know that, you'll know. So, but I just wanted to talk about love and what I think that true love feels like universally for pretty much everyone. If you find yourself within at least like 80 to 90% of these boundaries, then most likely you're experiencing true love. And I'm also qualified to say this because I felt true love too, once in my life. And it's very, you kind of know it when you know it. If you've never felt it before, then you might be lost. But if you have felt it, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, True love is, it's hard to distinguish at first. It's hard to distinguish, but it becomes very easy to distinguish later. Um, Firstly, it's not based off of physicalness at all. There might be some aspect of that in it, but true love comes from a deep, deep desire and a deep feeling that mentally and emotionally you are connected to this person more than you've ever been connected to anyone else. You feel that you've known this person for your whole life, and when you are around them, you want nothing more than to be with them, and they genuinely make you the happiest that you've ever been. And it is important to distinguish that this is not because of physicalness. A lot of people may get this feeling from physical touch, and they may improperly attribute it to real love. That is not true at all. While real love can include physical touch, um, it shouldn't be based on it. And if you can't find a way to tie it into emotions and feelings and mental processes and intellect and shared intellect and deep conversations, I'm sorry to tell you that's not true love. It cannot be based on physicality. Physicality is an additive, it is not the base. But true love, when you are around that person, when you're talking with them, when you're hearing how their mind works, you are truly in awe that there is someone with a mind so complex, yet so simple for you to understand. Someone that you feel as if sees the world in the same lens that you do. That's so exclusive, that they're not like anyone else. That they simply possess an innate, beautiful view of the world. That they wear the same lens that you do. And you feel it, because you feel it in your heart. You feel it in your head. You feel it everywhere. You just feel that intense burning desire that this is my person. Like, this is the person I was meant to be with. This is my soulmate, you know? And you can just feel it. You know that it's there. And especially if you, like me, well, I'll go over this in later videos, but I don't base a lot of things on touch. I'm not a very touchy person. So you can be very confident that if you're not, like, you know, constantly kissing and hugging, and I'm just going to keep it real, I have not had my first kiss yet. I am 19. I was actually planning on making a video on that. Yeah, I guess I haven't made it yet, but, or have I made it yet? I don't know, I'll have to go check. But yeah, I'm 19, I haven't had my first kiss yet, and I've never, like, hugged a girl intentionally and she hugged me back. And I don't think that's sad, honestly. You might hear that and you might think, wow, that's so sad. But no, I don't think it's sad, because I think it's something special about saving yourself. But that's going to be a whole nother video. I'll make another video on that. But right now, yeah. So keeping that in mind, I've had, as I mentioned before, I've had that one true love. And we never kissed. We never held hands until I mean, you know, I obviously don't have her today, so that I'll make another video on heartbreak and how that feels. But anyways, nothing in our relationship was based off physical touch, and I'd say we only knew each other for about 4 or 5 months before we eventually went our separate ways. But we never, you know, never had that physical intimacy, but yet I still felt like this was my person. Like, this is like, before I felt like I'd never met someone real before. Like, someone that is real and knows how I see the world and sees the world in that same way. When I met her, that is what changed me. I didn't feel alone anymore. I felt like I had someone that related to me and knew what I was doing. You know, mentally, we were just so similar. We were so, like, you know, we were perfect. I mean, I'll save that for the heartbreak video about the descriptions of us. But we were just so perfect, and true love is just so, like, you can't help but imagine and envision the rest of your life with this person, because you're like, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. Being around them makes me feel so secure and so safe and so seen, so not alone in this world. And it just so, like, you want to do everything you ever possibly can for that person. This is what the essence of true love is, I think. And this is what a lot of people get wrong. You want to become the best version of yourself. When you find your perfect someone, or not your perfect someone, but a perfect someone, you will want to be the best version of yourself that you ever can be, because you want to be the best that you can for them, because you don't want to be lacking in any way that could make them, I shouldn't say doubt, but you don't want to be lacking in any way, because this is the best person you've ever met. You want to put your best self forward to make them know, I mean, just how much that they, you know, how much you appreciate them. And, you know, if they feel the same way about you, they're going to do the same thing for you. So it's good. And it's especially that, I'm not talking about just physical. I'm not talking about just working out, but this is what true love really feels like. When I felt it for that first time, I mean, this is what it feels like. Like, right here, this is what it feels like. Physically, you want to work out. You want to be the best version. It's not to the point of, like, binge working out and, like, anorexia. But you want to be the best version of yourself physically. You know, you want to work out. It inspires you to work out. And I think the inspiration of, you know, true love is a much bigger steroid than the breakup gym will ever be. because you want to be the best part of your best version of yourself, to give this person that is so perfect, to give them no reason to doubt you, physically. um, this was like an amazing thing. Like, I never cared about my face, I even got a bump going on right now, but I'm trying to fix that. And I never had a lot of acne outbreaks in general. It was never really a problem for me, but I just never really took care of my face. I didn't really see it. I didn't even acknowledge it. But when I started, when I had that true love feeling, I wanted to take as best care of my skin as possible. I had like, I was asking my mom for skincare routines. I was like doing everything I could to make sure my skin looked clean and like well and healthy. And I was taking excellent care of it, all the lotions and all the creams and stuff. I mean, like, I had a bit of a nail biting habit. I stopped biting my nails completely because, like, that's disgusting. Who wants a partner that does that? I mean, what else? Like, mentally, it inspired me to, like, read more and, like, mentally edify myself, because you want to be so smart and scintillating, because those deep, what kind of dragged us together was those deep conversations. Um, and so you want to be smarter, you want to be able to be more capable of those deep conversations, so you can be more. That's what true love feels like, you know trying to better yourself in every possible way you can, because you want this person to appreciate being with you as much as you do with them. I don't mean to make it sound like an insufficiency complex where you feel like you're not good enough, but like, generally that's what happens. And in the same vein, they're gonna do the same for you, if they feel the same way. So I think that's what true love feels like. And I think that's how you can know what it feels like, versus to distinguish from like lust or just puppy love, just seeing someone as, you like them because of their looks, or their, or, you're very touchy with them. And, I'm not saying that touch isn't part of a healthy relationship, but if you're basing your true love on that you guys just like hug a lot and kiss a lot, then that's not true love, I'm sorry to say, because they could truthfully be doing that with anybody. Like, it doesn't really have to be you. They could be hugging anybody else. But that conversation, that deep conversation you have, is so specific. It's esoteric to you alone, to you and this person. And it's just, true love is the greatest feeling in the world. If you felt it before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And there's just simply nothing like it. And there's nothing that can replicate it. Yeah, and it hits like a brick when it doesn't work out. But that's a video for another day. I'll make a video on that. But I just wanted to give that what true love truly feels like, and that's how you get to know. So if you're wondering, and what I said describes you, then yeah, I'd say that you're in true love. So just wanted to make that video, kind of a segue into deeper conversations, deeper topics. I'll probably make a few more videos on love, like the one that I mentioned, purity, first kiss, stuff like that. What people get wrong, what society gets wrong today about dating and stuff. What a heartbreak feels like. Any other videos that I might think of on the way. But yeah, just want to give my take on that, what true love feels like. So, yeah. See ya.